Ghost Adventures premiered in 2008 with three best friends, Zak Bagans, Nick Groff, and Aaron Goodwin. Raw, authentic, groundbreaking paranormal investigation. The show became Travel Channel's biggest hit, ran for over 25 seasons. But the original trio didn't last. One by one, cast members disappeared. Some quit, some were forced out, some had mysterious health problems. Others couldn't handle what they encountered. Behind the scenes was chaos. Subscribe because what really happened will shock you. Why Nick Groff was forced out by ego. The truth about Aaron's departure to save his health and family. Cast members who vanished without explanation. Zak Bagans' disturbing transformation from investigator to isolated celebrity. Health issues plaguing the crew. Paranormal attachments following them home. Conflicts that destroyed friendships. The most shocking story isn't what they found in haunted houses. It's what happened to the people who investigated them. Nick Groff was a co-founder of Ghost Adventures alongside Zak Bagans and Aaron Goodwin. He helped create the original 2004 documentary that launched the series. Nick served as producer, investigator, and equipment expert for the first 10 seasons. He was an equal third of the trio and a fan favorite for his calm, empathetic approach that balanced Zak's aggressive investigation style perfectly. In 2014, the shocking announcement came. Season 10 finale aired and Nick was suddenly gone from the show. There was no goodbye episode, no official explanation initially. Fans were completely blindsided. Social media exploded with questions. What happened to Nick Groff became the biggest Ghost Adventures mystery. The official story from Travel Channel was vague, pursuing other opportunities, and amicable departure. Standard corporate language that told fans nothing. Nick's initial silence made speculation worse. When Nick eventually gave interviews, he cited creative differences and wanting to do things my way. He claimed he was still friends with everyone. It was diplomatic and careful, but fans sensed something more wasn't being said. Insiders tell a different story. Zak's ego had become unbearable. The show transformed into The Zak Bagans Show. Nick's ideas were constantly rejected. His creative input was ignored. Zak was making all decisions with the network, taking his side every time. Nick felt systematically pushed out. He wasn't fired, but he was forced out through hostile conditions. The dynamic between Zak and Nick had started as equals, but success changed Zak dramatically. Fame went to his head. He became controlling and had to be the center of attention at all times. Nick was more interested in genuine investigation than personal fame. This fundamental difference in values became irreconcilable. The final straw reportedly came during a filming incident. A disagreement over evidence led to Zak overruling Nick publicly in front of the entire crew. The disrespectful treatment was the breaking point. Nick decided he couldn't work with Zak anymore. Financial disputes over profit sharing added to the tension. Nick helped create the show, but Zak controlled the business side. Questions about money distribution led to lawyers getting involved and a settlement was reached, which partly explains Nick's initial silence. After leaving, Nick started his own show called Paranormal Lockdown, with more intimate investigations and longer 72-hour lockdowns. The show received critical acclaim but never reached Ghost Adventures' level of success. Many felt the network wouldn't fully promote it as punishment for leaving Zak. Today, Nick and Zak no longer speak. They won't mention each other publicly. There's no social media interaction. Mutual friends are caught in the middle. Aaron stayed with the show and had to choose sides. A friendship that started Ghost Adventures was destroyed by ego and can never be repaired. Aaron Goodwin was the original camera operator from the very beginning of Ghost Adventures. He was the everyman of the show, the most relatable cast member to viewers. His genuine reactions to paranormal activity made him beloved. He was often targeted by entities, provided comic relief, but was also a serious investigator at heart. Aaron appeared in 24 seasons spanning 15 years, much longer than Nick Groff. He seemed completely loyal to the show, appearing in nearly 300 episodes. After Nick left, Aaron became more prominent with featured segments called Aaron's Solo Investigations. Fans loved his vulnerability and authentic fear responses during investigations. The shocking announcement came in 2023 via social media. Aaron posted simply, "My time with Ghost Adventures has ended." There was no detailed explanation. Travel Channel confirmed his departure, marking the end of an era. Aaron was the last original member to leave. Only Zak remained. The show was fundamentally changed forever. Aaron's official reasons mirrored Nick's departure. Time to pursue other projects. Grateful for the journey, no bad blood, and still love paranormal investigation. Standard departure language that told fans almost nothing. But fans knew better. Something serious had happened to make Aaron leave after all those years. The real reasons, according to reports, were multifaceted. The travel schedule had become completely unsustainable with filming over 300 days per year. Health issues were emerging, including significant weight gain and chronic fatigue. The stress was taking a severe toll. Aaron had no family time. His marriage was suffering. His personal life was being destroyed by the demanding schedule. The Zak factor affected Aaron similarly to how it affected Nick. Zak's ego had grown even worse over the years. His treatment of Aaron changed dramatically. They had once been equals and friends, but the relationship became employer-employee. Aaron's input wasn't valued anymore. He was treated as just a camera operator again, not respected as a legitimate investigator. Aaron grew tired of being belittled constantly. Financial considerations also played a role. Aaron wasn't earning anywhere near what Zak was making. Zak owned the production company while Aaron was just an employee. After years of work building the show, Aaron felt severely undervalued. He wanted fair compensation but couldn't get it. The breaking point came during a specific investigation. Zak dismissed Aaron's evidence publicly in front of the crew, continuing a pattern of disrespect that Aaron finally couldn't tolerate anymore. He decided to leave to prioritize his mental health and save his marriage. The paranormal toll on Aaron had been severe. He experienced serious attachments with entities following him home. His family was affected. Strange occurrences happened at his house. His children were scared. His wife demanded he quit for the family's safety. The work had become genuinely dangerous. Health scares included on-camera incidents with chest pains and difficulty breathing during investigations. Aaron suffered anxiety attacks. Doctors warned him that the show was affecting his health. He faced a choice: life versus career. Today, Aaron has left Ghost Adventures, but not the paranormal field. He started Aaron Goodwin Paranormal with his own YouTube channel doing independent investigations. He sells merchandise, makes convention appearances, and investigates on his own terms with no network pressure and no Zak drama. His health is improving and his family life is better. Ghost Adventures has had many crew members over its 15-year run, but most viewers don't notice the constant turnover. Camera operators, sound technicians, tech specialists, and other contributors appear for one season, then are gone the next. There are no announcements, no explanations. They just disappear as if they never existed. Mark and Debbie Constantino were EVP specialists and frequent contributors in the early seasons. They captured compelling evidence and were well liked by fans. They suddenly stopped appearing in 2012 with no explanation given. Later, it was revealed they had marital problems. In 2015, their story ended tragically in a murder-suicide. The show never addressed it and essentially erased them from Ghost Adventures history, as if they had never existed. The disturbing erasure troubled many longtime fans. Jay Wasley joined the show as a cameraman and became a main investigator after Nick Groff left. He appeared regularly for several years. Then suddenly his appearances became rare. He's still technically on the show but barely appears anymore. No explanation has been given by the network. Behind-the-scenes conflict is rumored, but details remain unknown. Billy Tolley, the audiovisual tech expert, became a featured investigator and was initially close with Zak. He was featured heavily in episodes for years. Then his role was reduced significantly. He appears only sparingly now in recent seasons. Something clearly changed in his relationship with Zak, but neither has explained publicly what happened. Dave Schrader joined as an investigator after being brought over from Paranormal Challenge. He appeared for several seasons, providing a different investigative perspective. Then he was suddenly gone with no announcement, no farewell episode, nothing. Fans were confused. The network remained completely silent about his departure. The documentary crew turnover is even more dramatic. Camera operators change constantly. Sound technicians rotate frequently. Producers leave regularly. The show has an extremely high turnover rate. The industry knows Ghost Adventures has a reputation for being a difficult working environment due to Zak's demanding nature. People quit regularly and are quickly replaced. Why do crew members leave so frequently? The extreme filming schedule is grueling. Dangerous locations create real risks. Paranormal attachments follow people home, affecting their families. The work environment is reportedly toxic. Zak's controlling behavior is difficult to work under. The pay is reportedly low, considering the risks involved. Better opportunities exist elsewhere. Mental health concerns mount over time from constant exposure to dark locations and negative energy. The few who have spoken out publicly do so carefully because of NDAs. In occasional interviews, former crew members use carefully worded phrases: challenging environment, not what I expected, had to leave for my health. The message is clear even when details are legally prevented. The pattern repeats constantly. Someone joins the show excited about investigating the paranormal. They experience genuine paranormal activity, but also experience working with Zak. They realize the personal cost is too high. Their health or relationships begin suffering. They decide to leave. They're replaced quickly and forgotten completely. The show moves on as if they were never there. The early Zak Bagans from 2008 to 2010 was energetic, passionate, and an equal partner with Nick and Aaron. He was genuinely curious about the paranormal, respectful to locations, humble about evidence, and collaborative with the crew. Fans loved his authentic enthusiasm as a real investigator. The shift began between 2011 and 2014 as the show's massive success turned Zak into a celebrity. His ego grew visibly. The "I am Zak Bagans" persona developed. He became more theatrical and less authentic. Fans started noticing the change immediately. His physical transformation became obvious. Zak developed a fitness obsession, built significant muscle, and started wearing tighter shirts to show off his physique. The show became more about his image than investigation. Vanity was taking over the mission. The voice change is the most commented on transformation. Comparing early episodes to recent ones reveals Zak's voice became dramatically deeper, more gravelly, and theatrical. It's a completely intentional affectation for dramatic effect. Authenticity was lost entirely. His investigative style changed from questioning and analytical to aggressive and confrontational. He constantly provokes entities, has theatrical reactions, yells at spirits, and makes everything about himself. "Come at me" became his signature. Investigation became pure performance. The possession claims increased dramatically. Every investigation now features "I'm being affected" moments. Claims of possession or spiritual influence happen constantly, becoming more dramatic each time. Skeptics question whether it's convenient for ratings. His authenticity is widely doubted. Zak's control issues are severe. He controls every decision personally. The crew's ideas are dismissed. It's his way or no way. He micromanages investigations obsessively, is paranoid about his image, and cannot share the spotlight. He's become a dictator, not a collaborator. The Haunted Museum became his obsession. He bought a museum in Las Vegas, filled it with cursed objects, and made it his priority over ghost adventures. Personal brand building through museum appearances, tours, and specials made the show secondary to his museum empire. The Demon House incident in Gary, Indiana, where Zak bought the entire property, claimed it affected him severely, then had it demolished while keeping the soil, shows his unhealthy obsession with dark objects. Friends and family expressed concern. His mental health is questioned regularly. Zak now claims constant paranormal attacks, entities targeting him, and demons following him. His house is protected like a fortress. He's afraid of his own collection but won't give it up. The obsession versus fear dynamic is deeply unhealthy. Multiple Ghost Adventures cast members have experienced documented health problems beyond coincidence. Aaron suffered chest pains and breathing issues. Nick had anxiety and panic attacks. Zak developed throat problems and vocal issues. Billy experienced mysterious illnesses. A clear pattern emerged, suggesting something was affecting the entire crew. Aaron was the most physically affected. He experienced attacks during investigations with scratches appearing on camera. Possession incidents left after effects lasting days. He experienced dramatic weight fluctuations and energy depletion. His doctor visits increased significantly over the years. Zak claims persistent throat issues attributed to demonic encounters, breathing problems, and chronic conditions developing. Doctors find nothing medically wrong. Zak insists it's paranormal, creating ongoing debate between medical and spiritual explanations. The mental health toll across the crew is severe. Depression is common. Anxiety disorders develop. PTSD symptoms appear. Sleep disturbances plague everyone. Nightmares are constant. Many require therapy. Some need medication. The career is clearly affecting mental health across the board. Paranormal attachments are documented extensively. Cast members report activity at their homes following them from investigation locations. Family members are affected. Children see disturbing things. Pets act strangely. Relationships become strained. Home is no longer a safe refuge from the work. Nick Groff talked openly about an entity following him home. His wife and family were affected directly. He had the house cleansed multiple times, but still felt the presence. This was one major reason he left the show. He couldn't continue risking his family's safety and well-being. Aaron's family situation became critical. His wife reported activity in their home. Children were scared at night. Objects moved inexplicably. Voices were heard by multiple family members. Professional help was brought in for cleansing. His wife eventually gave an ultimatum. Me or the show? Aaron had to choose. The Bobby Mackey's investigation was an early turning point. The infamous haunted location led to Zak claiming he was attacked with scratches captured on camera. He claimed possession occurred. He references after effects from that investigation for years afterward, calling it a transformative moment for the show. The Gary, Indiana Demon House had the most severe impact. Zak bought the entire property, claimed he was severely affected both physically and mentally, then had the house demolished but kept the soil. He still claims lingering effects years later, calling it the most impactful location that changed him permanently. Creative control battles between Zak and Travel Channel happen constantly. They fight over content decisions. Zak wants full control while the network wants ratings. Compromises make both sides unhappy. The tension affects production significantly. The crew is caught in the middle of a toxic environment. Evidence manipulation concerns plague the show. Questions about authenticity are widespread. Editing makes things more dramatic than reality. Sound effects are added in post-production. Evidence is enhanced beyond what was captured. Cast members have expressed discomfort. Some have spoken out. Credibility is questioned widely. Integrity concerns mount. Location selection creates constant conflict. Zak wants certain authentic locations. The network wants tourist destinations. It's ratings versus authenticity. Tourist locations are prioritized over genuine hauntings. Disagreements are constant. The cast grows frustrated. Investigation quality suffers significantly. Crew payment disputes create serious resentment. Zak owns the production company and controls all budgets. Cast members feel undercompensated compared to the show's massive success. Resentment builds over years. Lawsuits have been threatened. NDAs prevent public details. Money is destroying long-term relationships. Billy Tolly and Zak's relationship deteriorated dramatically. They were once close friends who worked together for years. Their relationship fell apart. Billy's role was reduced significantly. Conflict arose over investigation approaches. Billy disagreed publicly with Zak's methods. Zak doesn't tolerate any dissent. Another friendship was damaged permanently. Jay Wasley was brought in after Nick left and was initially featured heavily. Then he was suddenly sidelined. He's still technically on the show but barely appears. Behind-the-scenes conflict is rumored, but details are kept completely quiet. He's another casualty of working with Zak. Zak formed his own production company to produce Ghost Adventures, giving him control over everything. But this also made the crew his direct employees. The power dynamic changed fundamentally. Friends became subordinates. The relationship changed from partnership to boss-employee. Friendships changed forever under this structure. The Travel Channel relationship is strained. The network invested heavily, but Zak is notoriously difficult. He demands creative control constantly and threatens to leave. The network is dependent on the show's ratings, so they have to accommodate him. This gives Zak even more power, essentially creating a monster they can't control. Fan criticism impacts everyone. Online criticism is increasing as fans notice changes. They call out inauthenticity directly. Zak is extremely sensitive to criticism and blocks fans on social media. He's defensive about the show constantly and can't handle feedback. He's isolated himself from the audience. Zak Bagans still hosts Ghost Adventures while focusing primarily on his haunted museum. He has multiple TV projects, books, and documentaries. He's financially successful but personally isolated. No original crew members remain with him. He's alone at the top of his empire. Nick Groff left Ghost Adventures in 2014 and created Paranormal Lockdown, which ended after 3 seasons. He now does Deathwalker with a growing YouTube presence and independent investigations. He has more freedom and less mainstream success than Ghost Adventures, but he seems significantly happier and more fulfilled. Aaron Goodwin left in 2023 and immediately started Aaron Goodwin Paranormal with his own YouTube channel and independent investigations. He has a merchandise line and makes convention appearances. His health is improving. His family life is better. He's investigating on his own terms without network pressure or Zak drama. Billy Tolly is still technically on the show, but his appearances are extremely rare. He maintains other businesses and continues his DJ career. He has social media presence but barely mentions Ghost Adventures anymore. His relationship with Zak is unclear. His future with the show is uncertain. Jay Wasley is still listed as a cast member but barely appears in episodes. He works on other projects and pursues his photography career. He remains silent about the situation. He hasn't officially left but is essentially gone. Many believe he's waiting out his contract obligations. Departed crew members are scattered across the industry. Some remain in paranormal investigation. Others left the field entirely. They rarely discuss ghost adventures publicly. NDAs prevent openness, but occasional hints emerge about the toxic work environment and their reasons for leaving. The original trio's relationships are fractured completely. Nick and Aaron are friendly with each other. Both left for similar reasons and understand each other's experiences. They occasionally interact publicly. Nick and Zak have no contact whatsoever. Aaron and Zak are distant at best. The original friendship that started Ghost Adventures was destroyed by fame and ego. Success is measured differently by each. Zak is wealthy, famous, but alone. Nick has moderate success and feels fulfilled. Aaron is starting fresh and finding peace. They represent different definitions of winning. Money versus happiness, fame versus integrity, power versus relationships. Each made their choice and lives with the consequences. The Ghost Adventures legacy is complicated. The show changed paranormal television completely and made investigation mainstream. It inspired thousands to become investigators, but the cost was destroying friendships, creating health problems, and having integrity questioned constantly. The psychological toll of investigating darkness year after year is severe. Paranoia, trust issues, and mental health problems plague the entire cast. Relationship destruction is widespread with multiple divorces. Partners can't understand the lifestyle. The paranormal follows them home. Fame becomes an addiction that consumes them. Zak's transformation proves this. Financial traps create dependence. They can't afford to quit despite wanting to. Authenticity was sacrificed for ratings. Health consequences are documented. Physical problems, mental issues, unexplained illnesses. The career is literally killing them. Ghost Adventures continues airing, but it's a different show. The original crew is gone. Chemistry is missing. Ratings decline. Only Zak remains. Nick builds his brand independently with authentic investigations and genuine happiness. Aaron starts fresh, setting boundaries and protecting family. A reunion is highly unlikely. Too much damage occurred. Relationships are broken beyond repair. The lessons. Fame changes everything. Money complicates relationships. Success has a price. Integrity matters most. Family comes first. Health can't be recovered. Ghost Adventures changed paranormal television and inspired thousands, but also destroyed the people who built it. The shocking truth: the original trio was destroyed by success. Nick forced out by ego. Aaron left to save his health. Zak consumed by fame. Success cost them everything that mattered: friendship, authenticity, health,